I'm starting a quilt today. I spent last night ironing all of my fabric, as best I can so that it's easy to cut. And so I have the green, I have the blue, the navy, and the white underneath here. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. That first quilt I did was really relatively basic. It was, you cut strips, you sew the strips together, you cut the strips again, and then you put them all together. And this one it was labeled advanced beginner. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem, but like, I have a lot less confidence in my ability to quilt than I do in my ability to say, like adjust a pattern or sew a pair of shorts or, shorts or something like that. And I don't have anything to worry about, but I'm glad that I am doing this because it's challenging me and it's also kind of putting me in that beginner mindset again. And I think it's always good to put yourself in the space of being kind of a beginner again. Plus I like to learn things. So let's work on getting the table cleared off. I don't think I'm going to clear the whole thing. I don't think I need to, but I think getting this end clear and then getting these fabrics put somewhere and then that corner reset, which I know you can't see, but they cleaned the windows. I had to move stuff. I'm going to move stuff back. And starting from there, I think will be kind of the best place to start. Oh, I need to go get my blades from upstairs. I bought new blades for my, what's it called? Rotary cutter. So I need to go grab those after the table cleared off because ain't nothing getting cut on this table right now. Let's do it. So since I'm a little nervous, I figured I would do the first step with you. So I have the pattern on my iPad here, which is kind of my go-to for patterns because I have all my projects loaded into Notion in my Messy Maker dashboard, and I have all of my patterns uploaded to a Google Drive. And so when I want to look at the pattern, I just click on the link that I have linked with my project and I pull it up. So it's really easy. So we are starting this pattern. I am doing the full queen size, full/queen size quilt, which is probably bold of me, but if I'm going to make a quilt, I want to be able to put it onto beds. So at some point I'll probably get to like twin size lap size for putting on like chairs and oh, I have a mark on me. Anyways, for chairs and just like using on couches and things like that. But right now I am gonna start on the green and the navy and all that, and I'm really hoping that I can have it all, the quilt top done. This is a lofty goal. I would like to have it done by the end of the month. So by the end of July, it's July 4th today that I am starting this quilt. And I would like to be able to put it on my bed at Christmas time. Because typically by that time of year I need an extra quilt on the bed anyways, so I can just throw it over the one I currently have. It's kind of a thinner cotton one. So yeah, welcome to the heart quilt pattern. That's what I'm reading. Oh, they did use it for a Christmas one. Their example is a Christmas like evergreen kind of color. It's more teal than mine, but still very cute. And they have lots of examples. I am doing the queen size. Let me just make sure that I have the amount they say. I made a grand assumption because this feels like a lot of fabric, but I can't remember how much of it I have. So let's do a little measure here. Just pull a fabric store moment here. So first of all, my fabric is about 40 inches wide, or 80 inches wide, because one of this is 40 inches. So I'll do a little math here. But, so that would be, say 2, 4, 6. I think this is just enough. And if it's not, I can figure out something else. But I am not going to start with the big piece of fabric. I'm going to start with the, I'll throw the picture up on the screen so you can see it. The cross squares of, I guess this is an Irish chain. I don't know that much about quilting yet, but I should do some research on this while I'm working on it. So maybe there will be some Irish chain facts coming at you at some point this month. So it calls for 6 1/4 yards. I have quite a bit. I think I'm gonna be okay. For option A, it says I need 2.5 yards, and for fabric B, oh, I didn't need to get 2.5 yards. Oh well, that's fine. I need 99 1.5 inch squares for fabric B. So I think I'm gonna start there. Let's start there, yeah? I have felt my confidence grow a little bit again. Now I've started with the ones that are from the fabrics that are from bolts, and I know that the one that is not and is extra wide, I'm gonna have to do a little math on. But right now I'm just cutting 3-inch squares and it's going really great. As I've been cutting, I've been thinking that, first of all, this is the perfect board for cutting quilting fabric because it's 23 inches in the grid, and typically, so it's 46 inches when you have a piece of fabric folded in half, and so it fits perfectly right here. So that's made that super easy. I did not know that that was going to be an essential thing for me, and now I think it is. And this one is really easy to, use. This one, I typically have used some of the smaller ones that were my mom's, but this one is mine because I was using it for t-shirts and it fits a t-shirt really well. Anyways, but as I've been cutting this fabric for this quilt, I'm kind of in a rhythm, and I'm wondering if I should cut the fabric for the other quilt since it's getting the same exact quilt. So I think I've been cutting for maybe 3 hours, 4 hours total, which is not bad at all. I feel like I need to iron the fabric for the other one before I do anything. That'll take me at least an hour. But I feel once I'm in a rhythm of cutting, maybe I should just keep going so that once I'm ready to go on sewing, I can just start and just crank through both pretty fast. We'll see once I'm done, but I feel like I'm gonna cut both right now since they're identical. And cutting takes a long time. But now that the holiday weekend is over, almost, it's Sunday, I feel like I can kind of get back into my rhythm here. So I'll check back in when I'm done with the 3-inch squares. So I've been cutting all afternoon and I have a little bit of an update. This pattern most quilt patterns call for cuts based off of the width of the fabric. Fine. My fabric was 80 inches wide, and the typical quilting cotton is like 42 is the number that they work with, so 84. So I knew I was going to be really close on my cuts. So here's what's happening. I have this pile of this cut, and I need 208 of them to make the queen size quilt. Yes, 208. And I needed 218. I think I just realized my mistake. 208. So I needed 218. I have 193. I can probably get, this is exactly 3 inches wide, and I can get 9. I can get exactly 18, I think, out of this strip that's left, because I got a 9 out of it the first time. But I still have to cut the 3-inch by 5.5-inch rectangles. Now, knowing that I'm short on this cut, reasonably I can assume that I'm also going to be short on this cut. So I'm going to keep cutting like I'm cutting the queen size quilt, but I think ultimately the amount of fabric that I have, I got this at the fabric thrift, so it's not like I can go get more of it, and I didn't see anything at the fabric store when I bought the other ones that was like even close in this color. So if I don't have enough, which I'm not going to say that I don't, but I'm going to say 5% that there's like a 5% chance that I make it. If I don't, I will just make it a twin size quilt. Now, is that what I wanted? Not particularly, but if I do that, I can definitely use the sheet that I'm using for the backing as the binding on it. I think the plaid will look really, where is it? Oh, it's in that bag. I think the plaid will look really nice as the binding anyways, and kind of the plan was to use it as the binding. So the odds of me making a twin size or a queen size quilt, I would say 95% chance right now, which is kind of a bummer, but I know that I did get enough of the other one to make a queen size. So it'll be a twin and a queen. This one a twin. The fall colored ones that I showed you guys last week is the queen size. I bought extra. I know I have plenty of that. So I am going to keep cutting. So after much cutting and mathing and deliberating yesterday, it has been decided that I do not have enough of the green fabric for a queen size quilt, which is kind of a bummer, but I knew I was kind of on, I knew I didn't know how much I had. I need probably honestly, I probably needed about 6 more inches of this. So I'm like, what, a quarter yard, 6. I'm about half a yard of a regular 42-inch fabric short, which means I probably needed 6 more inches of the teal. So my estimating was, I overestimated how much I had, and now I'm gonna make a twin size quilt. I'm a little bit bummed, but this will still be super cute for winter, something I can put on the end of my bed because it'll be twin size, so the width will be good for that. I think I've got all the cutting done for this particular quilt. I've got these. I've got a million of these little guys, little strips. I've got some thick rectangles. I've got squares. I got baby squares. And I have strips of this. And I think that's all I've got for you this week. It was a lot of cutting. I think I probably spent 10 hours cutting and an hour sewing. And considering that one of those fabrics I was in question, I think that's pretty good. I'm not the fastest or most efficient rotary cutter yet. I'm sure that will come with time. I've gotten faster at other things. So that's all I've got for you. I will have an update on the sweater next week, and I think I'm gonna start cutting the other quilt, so we'll get to see some new fabric next week. I think it makes the most sense to just keep cutting while I'm in the groove. So I'll see you then. Bye.